Australia's top general is apologising to Afghanistan for suspected war crimes carried out by Australian special forces. A report by the Inspector General claims to have credible evidence of nearly 40 killings carried out between 2009 and 2013. Some of the accused are still serving in the military. Australia now plans to launch a criminal investigation. CNN's Ivan Watson is tracking developments live this hour from Hong Kong. This is pretty graphic stuff in the report. We're talking about a bloodlust and your competition killings.
Yeah, I mean, this has been Australia's longest war in Afghanistan, some 19 years, and the Australian military now very much trying to come to terms with a real pattern of some, frankly, frightening and very disturbing allegations of war crimes. So you've had a 4-year investigation and inquiry into this conducted by Australia's military inspector general. And at the conclusion of that, the chief of the Australian Defence Force has announced that he's going to accept all of the recommendations made by this inquiry, going on to state that the inquiry came to the conclusion that there is credible information to substantiate 23 incidents of alleged unlawful killings of 39 people, and that they were allegedly perpetrated by 25 Australian Special Forces soldiers, predominantly from the elite Special Air Service Regiment, the Australian SAS, and that the majority of these incidents took place between 2012 and 2013. Take a listen to what he also had to say.
Those alleged to have been unlawfully killed were all people under control, in lay terms prisoners, farmers, or other civilians. This shameful record includes alleged instances in which new patrol members were coerced to shoot a prisoner in order to achieve that soldier's first kill in an appalling practice known as blooding. Further to this, throwdown weapons and radios were also reportedly planted to support claims that people killed were enemy killed in action.
Now, the Australian Defence Chief personally apologized to his Afghan counterpart in a phone call. According to the Afghan government, so did the foreign minister for Australia in communication with her counterpart, and the Australian Prime Minister has expressed deepest sorrow to the Afghan president in a phone call hours before this inquiry was made public. The Australian Defence Chief has gone on to say that he will revoke meritorious unit citations awarded to the Special Operations Task Group, which operated in Afghanistan between 2007 and 2013, will also refer individuals that have been accused of war crimes to the Office of the Special Investigator, and that the 2nd Squadron of the Special Air Service will be struck off the Army Order of Battle. So this seems like a very serious campaign of reform that the Australian Defence Force is about to embark on, with also recommendations for compensation to be paid to Afghan civilians allegedly killed by the Australian military. Also coming as a real blow to the reputation of Australia's most elite SAS fighters who did the bulk of the on-the-ground fighting and operations and missions in Afghanistan during this long period. John?
Ivan, thank you. We appreciate the update. Of course, there's that widespread culture within the Special Forces which prevented anyone actually calling out what was happening. So that's something that we'll be looking at as well. Thank you.